Your trumpet sound is flat. I mean, not flat pitch-wise. It's your tone. It's dull. It's lifeless. And the frustrating part, you feel like you're doing everything right. You've got good posture, relaxed breath, a decent embouchure, and still, it's just not there. The one thing killing your trumpet sound and how to fix it. That's what we're here for today. Welcome to Trumpet TNT. My name is Simon Finch. I'm a London-based pro trumpeter, and I've been in this game professionally for 30 years. I've had the great pleasure of working with some of the biggest names in music, such as Kanye West, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Eric Clapton, Tom Jones, Liam Gallagher, Blur, Florence and the Machine, James Morrison, Van Morrison, John Faddis, Joe Lovano, and many more. In this trumpet lesson, I'm going to show you the one embouchure adjustment that separates a gorgeous trumpet tone from a merely okay one. So without further ado, let's get amongst it. Most trumpet players, and I mean most, including some very good ones, are playing sharp. Not intentionally, not even noticeably, but sharp nonetheless. Now here's what I mean. Every note on the trumpet has a true centre, a bullseye, and the vast majority of players sit just above that centre without even realising it. It sounds okay, it works, it functions, but it never quite sings the way you want it to. Now the natural instinct when your trumpet sound isn't cutting it is to push more air, to add more pressure and tighten things up. Spoiler alert, that just makes it worse. That pulls you even further away from the centre. The fix is actually the opposite direction. The true resonant centre of notes on the trumpet is lower than you think. I'll say that again because it really matters. Lower than you think. When you find that real centre, that sweet spot, the sound opens up. And as a result of that, you're more efficient and your endurance improves as a direct result because you're no longer fighting the instrument. Now most players set up to play sharp, and here's the thing, you don't even hear it. You just feel it. The resistance, the tightness, that slight sense that something's not quite right. So you do what every trumpet player does. You pull the slide out. The note drops in tune and you carry on. Job done. Now I did exactly this for years. The note was in tune, the tuner said so, but the sound was never quite what I wanted it to be and I couldn't quite put my finger on why. But this is why. I was setting up sharp. So, how do you find the resonant centre? With these embouchure exercises. Oh, and by the way, there's a free PDF download of all the exercises in this video. Just click the link in the description below and grab it now before you forget. Go on then, go! Now, scram! Oh, you're back. Right, you start on middle G. Play it around a mezzo forte. Comfortable, no pushing. You bend the pitch down a semitone to F sharp. Travel the distance smoothly and don't slot it rigidly. Think of it as a glide as opposed to a jump. Then, let it return naturally to G. Can you hear the difference in my tone? Now that third note, the return to G, that's your bullseye. That's the place where the horn settles naturally when you stop fighting it. Okay, do that a few more times. Really dial in that feeling. Can you hear how your sound is opening up? It's richer, it's fuller, and it's steadier because you're not fighting the horn and trying to lick that note up to maintain that pitch. Now, do this across the expanding chromatic scale, which is in the PDF. Give each note the bend treatment. Bend down, treble back, hold the long note. Really tune into what's happening. Notice how your air, your tongue level, and your oral cavity work together to keep that note centered. That's the feeling you're after. As you go higher, the semitones feel closer together and have less give, but just stay relaxed and let the air do the work. Now, these are the kind of trumpet embouchure exercises that don't just improve your tone, they become the foundation of a solid trumpet practice routine. Oh, and while you're there, if you're finding this useful, why don't you give the old like and subscribe button a bit of a tickle? It only takes a second, and it helps more players get to where they want to be on the trumpet by finding this content. Right, back to it. Let's take the bends concept further with something I call bending scales. You're playing a scale that sounds normal, but you're fingering a semitone above. So on every degree of the scale, you're bending a semitone down. Here's how it works. D major with traditional fingering, then straight into E flat fingering, while keeping the same D major sound. Then back to D major traditional fingering. To start, just travel a fifth, D to A. Once your bends are clean and not falling away to the next harmonic, expand it to a full octave. Listen to my sound before and after the bending scales. What you heard during the bends is again the oral cavity opening out, your tongue moving into an R position, the throat opening right out, carried straight back into the traditional fingering. That means you have a bigger resonant chamber, a bigger sound. And here's the bonus. This exercise is also one of the most effective ways to improve your flexibility on the horn. The constant bending and releasing across the scale trains your air and oral cavity to move freely between notes and across the horn entirely. Now, who doesn't like 2 for the price of 1? And remember, this exercise and everything else in this video is in the free PDF linked below. Here's a useful little check to see if you're genuinely finding the true centre. If you're playing in the slot, right where the horn resonates most freely, your tuning slide will naturally start to creep in. That's a good sign. So, you've got that good posture, you've got the relaxed breath, you've got those firm corners with a soft centre. None of that changes. But if you're not actively searching for the true resonant centre of every note, you're leaving the best part of your trumpet sound on the table. And this is how you get better at the trumpet faster. Not by practicing harder, but by practicing smarter. So add these exercises to your trumpet routine and you will hear the difference fast. So play in the bullseye. Your trumpet tone will open up, your efficiency will improve, and people will start asking you what you're doing differently because you sound amazing. Now this concept is one of the core pillars of Fix Your Tone Today, which is my short video course built specifically to help trumpet players get a better sound fast. It's practical, it's straight to the point, and it's built from experience of playing on the road for 30 years professionally. You know the drill, link in the description. So, I hope you found this video useful, and again, don't forget to download the PDF. And with that, I bid you a fond farewell. Until the next time. Toodle pip!